Hello and welcome back to our video session on Microsoft Dynamics 365 customer engagement. In this section, we're looking at the various deployment models available with the platform. As opposed to some competing platforms with Dynamics 365 customer engagement, we can leverage a cloud subscription model, deploy fully on-premise, or adopt a third-party hosted model. Let's look at each approach and see the benefits and drawbacks. Typically, you will find two major deployment models supported: the online model, which is a model hosted in the cloud, and the on-premise model, which is that of a typical application prior to the availability of cloud options. In a cloud subscription model, the infrastructure and application layer are handled for us. The hosting is provided by Microsoft in their data centers. Over the last few years, new data centers have been deployed in various geos, and now we have a pretty good global coverage. Furthermore, redundancy is built in the model with dual data centers per geo. The platform is offered as a software as a service model. This means that licensing is per user per month, and that includes hosting by the vendor. This is sometimes also referred as on-demand software. In this cloud world, Dynamics 365 receives features online first, and later some of them trickle down to the on-premise model. The gap is permanently there, and online will always have all the bells and whistles. As for configurable integrations, you will find that an online deployment has capabilities to leverage other online services that might not be available for on-premise. For example, leveraging Office 365 features like groups and teams, relevant search, learning path, machine learning and analytics, to name a few. Microsoft provides a comprehensive list of features they update with each new release. As for actual solution offerings, the online model provides field service capabilities, gamification, portal enhancements, project service automation enhancements, and others. The on-premise model, on the other hand, is the total opposite. The model revolves around full hosting on-premise. This allows for complete isolation from the internet in a non-internet facing deployment model, but comes with the cost of infrastructure setup and ongoing maintenance, application maintenance, and licensing differences. In this scenario, the customer is entirely responsible for the hosting capabilities. This brings more flexibility, but also more responsibility. It also carries a higher upfront cost, but this can be spread over more years. Somewhere in the middle, between the two previously presented models, is the hosted deployment model. In this scenario, the application is hosted by a third-party hosting provider. Depending on the agreement, they might provide only the infrastructure support services or both infrastructure and application support. From a feature set perspective, this model is comparable to the on-premise deployment model. What you'll find though is that some hosting providers tend to sweeten the deal by providing additional features and services. This could be in the form of specialized solutions, additional administration and maintenance services included, or other features. This model sometimes includes a managed services component. Lastly, a hybrid deployment model. You might ask, is there really a hybrid model? From a platform-specific perspective, if we think of Dynamics 365 customer engagement, no, there is no hybrid deployment model supported. But if we expand our view and look at all the moving pieces taking part in a complete deployment, what is really hybrid? It's the ability to deploy various components in a mixed cloud and on-prem model. So we could have, for example, Dynamics 365 deployed online, but leverage the local Active Directory through integration with Azure Active Directory. That allows for user management locally within the enterprise and have single sign-on capabilities. An opposite example is we could have Dynamics 365 on-premise and leverage Exchange Online in our setup. And these are just a few examples. So while Dynamics 365 does not support a hybrid deployment per se, an extended hybrid model can be leveraged in your design to allow you to integrate services from both on-premise and online. As we've seen so far, you have the flexibility to choose which deployment model suits your enterprise better.